Well, it's time for 5 and 5 presented by BetMGM, and it is week 5. Whole lot of fives around. I'm Darren Ravel, and we are here with Chris Raybon. And Chris, I think I ruined the show. I won one last week. I actually did a pick. My picks went 1-1, and Chris's picks went 1-1-1. So that's a whole lot of ones. Just to give you an update on the season, I am now 1-7. And Chris is 7-4-1. So again, to remind you of our strategies here, you go with Chris and you fade me, and you are hella profitable.
You like that?
Why? And we're brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbook. If you've never used BetMGM before, type in the code ACTION and you will get a completely risk-free first bet of $1,000. That's right, the code ACTION. $1,000. Your first bet is on BetMGM.
I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles -5.5 at the Arizona Cardinals. I came into the year high on Philly, low on Arizona, and I haven't seen anything to change my mind. Philly's putting up 400 yards of offense in every game. Meanwhile, Kyler averaging just 5.8 yards per pass attempt, really misses DeAndre Hopkins. Since last season, their point differential +11 when Hopkins is in, -4 when he's out, and they go from 30 points a game to 19. Also, Cardinals bad at home, just 7-19 against the spread in the Cliff Kingsbury era, including losing the last 7 in a row.
My pick is Dolphins -3 against the Jets. Listen, everyone knows that Teddy Bridgewater is Teddy covers. His winning percentage in terms of against the spread is ridiculous. I watched the game last week. I thought he was very comfortable. Listen, he's been doing this for a long time, and the Jets are a downhill train. I mean, they are looking worse and worse and worse. I love 3. I love 5. I might even take an alternate line up to 6.5 here. I am that comfortable on the Miami Dolphins.
I'm going with the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings under 44. Vikings games, for all the talk about Kevin O'Connell coming over there from the Rams, they haven't exactly been lighting it up on the scoreboard. They're averaging 21.5 points per game this year, and they're giving up 20 per game. The Bears averaging 16, giving up 19.3. So the Vikings are averaging 41.5 combined points. Bears are averaging 35.3 combined points. I don't know how we're getting to 44 here. Just trusting the Justin Fields under. It's 10-4 in his career and a perfect 5-0 when the total is above 43.
I was actually looking for a good under because I always look for a good under. And that was pretty much number one to me. So I agree with that pick. But I thought there was something better, and that's Titans as 2-point favorites over the Commanders. Listen, this Washington team, they cannot protect Carson Wentz. 9 sacks, career high, 17 hurries. That was a disaster last week, and it's not going to get any better. The Titans, I love Ta'er Tart. Is that his name? I mean, one of my favorite names out there, the nose tackle for the Titans. I mean, listen, these guys are going to put the pressure on, and I don't think Carson Wentz, he's clearly looking to get the ball away and throw downfield, and I just don't think it's there. Things aren't developing quick, and if there's a defensive line that could get to him, and I think they can, I love this under 3.
I'm going Tampa Bay -9 against the Atlanta Falcons. I think this is a major letdown spot for Atlanta. They're coming off 2 upset wins. They're coming up 4 straight covers. They're the only team that's still undefeated against the spread. And they're getting set to face a very motivated Bucs team that's on its 3rd straight home game, coming off 2 losses. Finally getting healthy. Demolished the Falcons by a combined score 78-42 last year in the 2 meetings. And since 2003, Brady 8-2 against the spread, coming off a multi-game losing streak. He's also the most profitable quarterback in our Action Labs database when facing a team that is undefeated against the spread. 15-6, 71%. Love the spot, Darren.
Nah, this is a bet. I mean, -9. I mean, the Bucs haven't shown anything. What have they shown? That's a humongous number in the NFL. -9. I think the Falcons, okay, with the trends, they're the only team that's 4-0 against the spread, but I think this is one of these things where you're sharp and you like trick yourself into trying to do something. I think you're going to lose this pick.
I mean, that makes me feel good.
Yeah, I know. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week in 5 and 5, presented by BetMGM. I'm Darren Ravel. He's Chris Raybon. We'll be back this time next week to discuss our picks for week number 6. And don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube so you never miss an episode.